Hi there, I'm Marve Iconis from Lead Life Well. And one of the things that I see successful people doing is that they are able to prioritize. Now, there are some very simple ways that we can prioritize. One of the ways that I would recommend doing that is prioritizing around your values. For example, my values are relationships, communication, stewardship, creativity, and practicality. Those are the things that are going to guide me in making decisions around what it is that's most important for me in this season. But when we allow the outside to kind of come in and mess with us, we have a lot harder time sticking to those priorities. We get distracted, we go down rabbit trails, we don't use our time in the best way. So 3 things that I see successful people doing really, really well that enables them to maintain their priorities. And the first one is that they are people who have very clear boundaries, right? People around them are not at a loss as to what their boundaries are. They don't have a problem with saying no and protecting their time. So they are very good at keeping their boundaries. They don't take on too much. They operate in a sustainable way, because when we take on more and more and more, we lose and dilute our time, our efforts, right? And so we need to be able to do things in a sustainable way, and that's what successful people do. They also practice self-care on a regular basis. They make time for themselves so that they can be at their very best when they are pursuing what they need to be doing, right? When they're operating on their priorities. And then the last is they're not tempted by the urgent, right? Because they're managing things in a very careful and prioritizing kind of way. So the second thing that I see successful people doing is that they know exactly what they need to do in order to have the greatest impact. Oftentimes, if we're kind of unsure what to do, we kind of throw darts in a lot of different directions, and none of it actually hits on the things that are going to make the biggest difference. So get super clear on what are those things that you need to devote the most time to in order to get the best results. And then finally, it's the ability to not just operate from your priorities and kind of realign yourself every day, but honestly, things come up along the way in your day, and you have to be able to adjust and realign yourself to your priorities on the fly. And that takes practice, right? It takes discipline to be able to say, okay, now I start out the day with this being most important, but now it's really important to shift because, and it's not just being thrown because it's urgent, but really taking that time to evaluate, hey, is this a better use of my time based on what's happening in this day? So how about you? How successful are you at prioritizing and walking in those priorities on a daily basis? I encourage you to kind of take a few minutes to think about that, and even make the time to think about it each morning as you plan your day and throughout your day. Hey, is this the most important use of my time, or is there something I could be doing that would actually serve my goals, the things that I'm working towards better than what I'm doing right now? So I hope this is helpful. Hey, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I always enjoy hearing from you, and it's fun to see what it is that you're thinking about.